2 to preventing back pain, we're going to talk about engaging the pelvic floor. There's actually 3 steps to doing this. So I'm going to lie down and start with the first step. If you have trouble with the first step, stay there until you get it, and then move on to the next one, and then the following one after that. So first of all, I'm going to lie down, and I'm going to place a ball between my knees, okay, to give me a little bit of inner thigh engagement. I want you to find that neutral pelvis we did from step 1. So lying on the floor, you're going to tip your pelvis back and feel the back on the mat, and then tip it forward so you feel a little arch in the back. Find the 2 ranges, and then you want to find the center to where you have a little bit of space underneath the low back, but our pelvis is flat. And you're going to reach farther down to where you find that hard bony place. It's your pubic bone. And we're going to imagine you have a big heavy weight on that pubic bone. Sink that down, okay? And then once you're feeling of down, I want you to think of your tail drawing underneath you just a little bit. So you have that engagement from front to back. I have my tail pulled under and I'm pressing down a little bit in my pubic bone. And then release it, relax out. Find your neutral pelvis again and try it again. So again, heavy through the front, draw the tail between the legs. So that's step 1 of finding the pelvic floor. Step 2, I want you to think about and refer back to the diagram I've provided. In the pelvis, we have the sits bones. These bony points underneath you. If you reach underneath your butt and you feel those points, those are the bones that you usually sit on. You want to think about drawing those 2 bones together without squeezing the butt too much. It's a very subtle move, and it's engaging the muscles between those 2 bones. So if you just lie there in your neutral position and think of just drawing those bones together slightly. Just a little engagement between those 2 points. Try that a few times. And you might also feel a little bit of squeezing in of the inner thighs. And then relax. The third step to finding the pelvic floor muscles is to engage all of that at the same time. So the front to back, the heaviness in the pubic bone, the drawing the tail under, and then squeezing the sits bones together in the back. And then release it. Again, trying all at once, front to back, side to side, and release. Once we've done that, we can go up into a sitting position on a chair, and you can feel this much better. Sitting in our neutral position, again, if I were to sit sideways, tilting, and then thinking of front to back and side to side would actually lift you up off that chair, and then relax. So when you're sitting in this position, we can use the breath to actually activate the pelvic floor as well. So I'm going to have you take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to pull the front to back and side to side together, and that lifts you. Again, try it again. Inhale and exhale, front to back, side to side, and you feel that lift, literally from the bottom up. This is so important because this is where it all starts. We need that lift from the pelvic floor and the breath to support our movement.